Welcome to Shots from the Foul Line podcast, a metaphorical nod to both the game of basketball and the unpredictable nature of life. Join your hosts Vic and Dustin as they dive into their unique experiences, ideas, and philosophies while discussing a range of sports topics and storylines. Shots from the Foul Line reflects their journeys of taking life shots, one conversation at a time.
My wife, yeah, she likes bling.
That's funny.
So anyway,
all right, well let's do this. This is officially our last episode of the year.
Are we recording?
We are recording. You
all
know
right.
this. Come on. Okay, so funny thing about that, one of the podcasts I do listen to, Dax Shepard has a great one, and their motto is always be recording because you just don't know what you might miss otherwise. So some of your best stories are offline.
That wasn't on there.
It was. I've been recording the whole time. I'll cut it for you.
Really? Wow.
So
hey, wait, hold on. Wait to throw your boy under the bus, because if she listens, she what do you? Oh.
Yeah, it's like obviously this won't air till after Christmas. No. So welcome back to Shots from the Foul Line podcast. This is our last episode of the year. We had an incredible season, incredible year. Just super excited for everything we've done, and a few things to talk about as we kind of wrap up the new year. So, Vic, how you doing, man?
I am great. I'm leaving on vacation. I'm going somewhere. I can't say where for obvious reasons. I think I told you the reason why.
Hey man, vacation is wherever you want it to be. It can be in your own head as long as you're not doing the same stuff. You're not going to work. It's a vacation in my mind. So
well, somebody's very special to me who is going to get an awesome gift.
That is an awesome thing to do. And you're an amazing son, so you're giving multiple people an awesome gift as well with your presents.
Also, so it was simply talking about Christmas, and this is our last show for the year, which has been fantastic. It's only getting better. I have to say this about my partner in crime, Dustin. So this guy to me has been amazing. The best gift that I could have got as far as, is meeting this dude. We put this thing together and we're running with it and having a lot of fun with it, which is great. And I know next year it's only going to be even better because I feel like our goal for next year is to get more subscribers. We will have more visitors next year, and just keep this thing rolling because I've get nothing but great feedback from this. Actually, I was talking to my buddy, a Dodger fan today, and he saw the episode about the Dodgers, and he goes, he said, you guys are wrong for that one. I said, no, we're not. I said,
hey, we're just taking what we see and we're just kind of discussing the topics that are already out there.
Exactly.
We didn't make that up.
I said, we weren't wrong. I said, what they do, bro. I said, they go out and get the highest players because they can. He said, well, if other team want to keep up with us, then they should be able to do the same thing. I said, well, really? Let me check this out. I said, everybody don't own a cable company. I said, that's where a lot of their money comes from. I said, so, when you own something like that and you're making big time millions on that side, I said, you can afford to go out and shell out all this money.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, same to you, man. And I'm very grateful that I'm not a huge Michigan fan because despite us connecting over our love for the 49ers, that probably would have been the deal breaker for us. And I don't know that we would have actually started this podcast. So luckily, I'm not a huge college football guy, and we can just love the 49ers together.
Oh, yeah, I see your new sign back there.
My new sign?
Yeah, it says best dad. I got the 49ers helmet symbol on there.
Oh yeah, dude, they love hooking me up with 49er gear for Father's Day and stuff. So
that's pretty cool.
I have more. I gotta put it up on the wall and decorate a little bit better. But yeah, dude, super excited. We've had an amazing year. Had a great time with you. Love the stories. Love the guests we've had, and that is all on you. So Vic has done a lot of work in the background, just getting guests for us and spreading the word and building the merchandise and getting all that stuff as well. So Vic's hard at work getting our name out there, and I absolutely appreciate it. Actually, you're the opposite. You're out there, branding everything. You're like, hey, let's do this. Let's get our name out there wherever I'm at.
Right.
The fact that you travel is great because you can continue to spread the word across the
Hey,
country.
actually, so as I make my trip, I have a bunch of things that I can give away as I'm going.
There you
I
go.
have I have some shots from the foul line magnets.
There you go. Yeah, just
So
yeah.
if you happen to run into me at the airport somewhere, no matter what state I'm in, and if you recognize me from there, come up to me and say, "Hey, could I get one of you guys' magnets?" I will gladly give it to you.
You know what you could do too is you could stick it on the back of a couple Uber cars, so then just people see it all the time. Every time they drive everywhere. That's free marketing right there.
That's a good one right there. Never thought about that. That could possibly happen.
All right, well, let's get into it, dude. So, quite a few things going on in sports. Let's just start with college football. Some pretty wild games. Let's start with that Alabama game. You asked me who I thought was going to win. I thought Alabama was going to pull it off, and they did, but it was a wild game. It was
Yeah.
not a routine win by any stretch of the imagination. So, what was your take on it? Was it exciting for you to watch?
Well, I mean, I expected Alabama to bounce back. I mean, because they had to. I mean, they got embarrassed against Georgia, in the championship game, so they couldn't go over up.
But they were look how close they were to getting embarrassed again. That's the
Yeah,
crazy thing. Down
yeah,
17-0.
yep. And
Wild.
I think maybe just the jitters. Once they got all that worked out, because you notice once they got everything worked out, Oklahoma really couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I think they scored a one touchdown in the fourth, but yeah, they pretty much ran away with it. And Alabama took it, so they advance. And I think for all the naysayers about the way the bracket was finalized, it's good to see Alabama win because a lot of people thought with the third loss they probably shouldn't be there. Notre Dame didn't get in with the 3 losses or whatever. So, yeah, they showed up, and to your point, they did not want to go out 2 losses in a row.
Right.
And hey, they stepped up and played, so kudos to them.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that Oklahoma, that Notre Dame would have done any better?
I still think it would have been a solid matchup, but I think Oklahoma probably would have beat them, to be honest.
I, I don't.
You don't think Oklahoma would have beat Notre Dame?
No, I really don't.
Yeah, you never know, dude. That's the guessing game part of it, right?
Right. I mean, I think Oklahoma will probably beat them. Yes. Yeah. But I mean, think about it. Alabama's defense, man. They played lights out to say that after they recovered from that 17-point deficit.
Yeah, I mean, after that, that's tough too, and I would say you got to give kudos to obviously the players, but the coaching staff too to rally your team back 17-0 in a bowl game. Everything's on the line. That's tough. You don't see that too often, so that was impressive.
Right.
You and I both called the other 2 games. Unfortunately, James Madison at least put up 34 against Oregon, so that was a bit of a matchup at least, despite being blown out in the first half. So they try to fight back in the second half and put up 28 points to at least make it interesting.
I see. I'll tell you this.
But Tulane, dude,
Yeah.
they got blown out. We knew they were going to, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So those 2 games were pretty much foregone conclusions. That Miami game, though, did you get to watch the end of that?
That was a great game. Defense. Defense.
But not just defense, but they also had some huge offensive plays on both sides,
Yeah.
especially coming down the end of the fourth quarter. Both teams had some big breakoff runs. They couldn't quite score because the defense would hold their ground, and then Miami scores that running touchdown from like 12 yards out or something like that. Is a solid run. He squeezes in, and then Texas A&M just straight down the field in no time at all. I think they're inside like the 10-yard line, 15-yard line. They're close. Looks like they're going to score. So let me ask you this, because this was what confused me, is they throw a touchdown to the back of the end zone, and when you look at the back of the end zone, it's painted twice. Like you can see there's like a gap of green grass, but their colors are like a foot off of that. So, like, if you're just running in the back of the end zone, you could easily just look at the back end of it that's already out of bounds and think that's where your play is, right? Why in the world would you do that? Because to me, as a viewer, I was confused. Like, That cannot be an easy thing to know exactly where you're at in the back of the end zone when you have two sets of
Right.
paint that are painted the exact same color. That was wild.
But it's like they victimized their own team. You
Dude,
know.
it was wild. And he missed
Yeah.
it by like a foot. Like that's why I assumed in his brain he thought he was in because he didn't stretch his foot back to try to tap down at all.
Exactly.
So they call that back incomplete, out of bounds, and then the very next play he throws a pick in the end zone. So
Right.
super intense. 13 total points in the game. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to be a higher scoring game for sure. But you said it, a lot of defense.
So going back to the Oregon game, I believe they're going to be. I believe that Texas. I believe Texas Tech will beat them.
Beat Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Oregon putting up 51 against Texas
No.
Tech at all.
No.
I think it'll be a much lower scoring game. Their defense should step up. It'll be interesting. We'll kind of see, how Texas Tech's offense shows up against Oregon. But yeah, it'll probably be, in my guess, in the late or high 20s, low 30 scoring game. But yeah, I think Texas Tech's gonna walk away with it.
Last night, Oregon did whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean, any and everything they wanted to do. And then, listen, if you give up 34 points to JMU, not taking nothing away from them, they're not going to do that against Texas Tech. I've seen Texas Tech play twice this year,
Yeah.
and they're deep. And
Solid.
they led the nation in takeaways.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I totally believe Indiana will beat Alabama. Georgia Ole Miss, that could be an interesting one.
Georgia beat them earlier.
Oh, I know, but I think dude, you never know. I think it'll be a closer game than we think it might be. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a bit of an upset there. You guys have Miami, of course. Any concerns at all? I can't imagine you guys are worried about Miami.
Yeah, but I mean, right now that yesterday Ohio State was a 9.5 point favorite.
They're 10 now.
Oh, really? That's what I said. But check it out. As it gets close to the games, you know how things change anyway. The score change or something like that. It always as the game gets closer, something happened, and then all of a sudden it's closer. So I don't want them disrespecting Miami and hey, well, how's it and get them fired. Oh, they don't think we can be close enough. And yeah.
So let me ask you this, because this is one of the things that always kind of threw me off in terms of you're dealing with a bunch of college kids and you have bowl games on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So would you rather have your players playing on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
Probably New Year's Eve. And the reason why, keep their butt in the hotel.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you schedule a game the day after every college kid wants to be partying and celebrating New Year's Eve? Like, that to me is just kind of wild. That's Texas Tech Oregon game at 10 a.m. on New Year's Day.
Whew.
You got to have a strict curfew, man. You got to have security out for that team.
Well, think of it is, if you're playing in a bowl game and you care about your team, you put that to the side. I mean, if that was me, I ain't thinking about going out. I'm going to be focused on the task at hand. And task at hand is to win a championship. So
Dude,
but you're right. They're young. And there's going to be some that's going to try to, break the curfew or whatever, sneak out. They do it.
Even partying amongst themselves would surprise me. But we've seen people do crazy things before a Super Bowl. And these are the top of the top in terms of professionalism, you would think. So
yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me at least. It's kind of wild to me. To your point, I'd much rather say let's play New Year's Eve, get done, and then you guys can go do your thing before strike of midnight.
But I'm hoping, like I said, it's going to be a long one, and I'm hoping that they see my boys. They played New Year's Eve, and so on our way back. We're actually going to stop in Dallas, but that's the game. The game is long over by then. Yeah. But if they win, they're coming here for the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
So, I'm saying
when they win, Vic. Yeah, come on. When
anyway.
So last thing for college football, just to kind of get your thoughts on the Heisman Trophy. Do you think it went to the right person? What was your reaction to? I forget which player it was, but he was
Pavia from Vanderbilt.
Yeah, there you go. His reaction. Talk us through that. So most of our listeners probably didn't hear his reaction to losing.
Well, do I think it went to the right quarterback? I do. It was. They said it was between him and Ohio State quarterback all along, and that he won. And he won. He beat them. He went undefeated. He showed some resilience against them. And as far as what happened after that, I mean, I get it. You get caught up in your emotions, but to come out and say what he said,
Yeah, so I mean, again, he let his emotions get the best of him, kind of call out the fact that he doesn't think he should have lost. And when you look at the numbers, I mean, to me, they're all pretty close. I mean, saying at OSU, he had a higher rating. He was a little bit
yeah,
higher than Mendoza. He had more yardage,
exactly.
but fewer touchdowns. So, I mean,
He had
it is
two fewer
interesting.
touch. He had two fewer touchdowns.
Yeah, so I mean, and then to your point, it kind of has to lean on. All right, well, what is your guys' record? Like, and if you guys beat us head to head, right? I can kind of see it leaning toward him. But
Right.
the fact that not even one of those two guys is the one that complained and thought he should have had it
Right.
is an interesting thing too. So yeah, heat of the moment, you would hope that people would be in these kids' corners and be like, dude, everybody is watching you. It's like when you like go to watch the Oscars, like the camera's on everybody that's up for the award. You can't look like you are pissed off or whatever it is. Definitely
Right.
can't say stuff. So
Not like
definitely,
that.
yeah, definitely a learning opportunity for him. A little wild. Um, Ironically, we've seen some very similar issues with some NFL players in the last week or so about some decisions of things they've done online, posts they've made online, comments they've made to press. So yeah, it's just again, these are young kids. They're dealing with their emotions at a very high level, and they're trying to win games and accomplish big things. So I don't hold it against him, but hopefully he learns from that for sure.
Right.
All right, dude. NFL. So this is our. I'm pretty sure this is the first time recording on a Sunday during NFL season.
Yeah. It is.
So let's just talk through the games already this morning. The Browns. So did you get to watch the Browns game?
Some of it. I saw some of it.
So, dude, they almost beat the Bills. This Bills team, dude. Josh Allen had like 107 yards going into the fourth quarter. He hardly did anything. I think he finished at 130. Shedeur Sanders originally was playing great. He ended up throwing 2 picks. With me watching him play, they had a chance to win it. They had a really good chance to win it. His line is not good. So I will preface this by saying that his line is not the best. But at the same time, you got to make some better decisions than you are. Like you gotta scramble quicker,
Right.
so that way you're at least in a position to throw the ball away. He took way too many sacks down the end of the game there, and I think he should have had a safety technically. I mean, he was half his body was leaning into the end zone when he threw it away before getting sacked, and it should have been intentional grounding, or it was intentional grounding, but they marked him on like basically at the half yard line. But he made some big throws. He had a decent game. Just decision making, I think, is kind of where his growth needs to come from. But dude, these teams, man, the Bills almost lost to the Browns. Like, what is happening right now? And we continue to see the Bucks fall. Good Lord, I don't know what happened to the Bucks, man. Man, we're just trying to get through the last episode of the year. Got all kinds of obstacles we got to hurdle.
Right.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, dude, you see what they had? They had 3rd and 32.
Yeah, well, he almost took that, or he took a sack. Yeah, he needs to play a little bit smarter when he's, especially at the late in the game like that, when you have a chance to win it. And they went for it on 4th before that, and he took a sack. That was the other thing. So he took way too many sacks. He definitely needs to learn to scramble a little bit faster and get rid of the ball, make sure he's not taking these sacks. But at the same time, his line could definitely improve. It could definitely help them out some more.
Well, I think they had 2 starters as out for the season, the year. They were like Pro Bowlers.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Everybody's got injuries at this point.
Right.
So I was saying the Bucks though. This Bucks team, they're 7-8 now. When they started the first 5 weeks, they were like on a run. I felt like,
Right.
and just a horrible slide. So the Panthers beat them. The Panthers are in their division lead now, so they've got a great chance to make the playoffs, which is wild.
That is the worst division. Other than the AFC North.
It's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what's crazy with the AFC North is two of those teams at least were powerhouses the last couple of years. So everybody's fallen off in that division. Obviously we know the Chiefs lost. As much as I dislike the Chiefs,
I picked them. I picked Tennessee.
good. Well, they blew them out. Here's the thing with the Chiefs. Like, again, I don't like the Chiefs. I'm not fans of the Chiefs. I like to watch them lose. But when somebody gets hurt, I hate seeing players get hurt. And Mahomes going down with the torn ACL is brutal. It was a weird one, too. I mean, it's something he does 20 times a game. He scrambles out. He just planted his leg kind of weird, and it popped. Ugh, it was.
Yeah, what did you hear about today?
No, what happened today?
The other quarterback, Minshew, he tore his ACL.
Oh my gosh. Well, their season was already over, but that's horrible here. Yeah, these injuries, man.
They played with some guy, back to the backup. I ain't never heard of this guy.
That's wild.
At all.
You got me curious now to see who it was. Wow, who is that?
That's what I said.
Chris Oladokin. Oh my goodness. He didn't play terrible.
No.
Solid rating. Took 4 sacks, but
I'm saying, bro, I'm like, who was this dude?
That's a new one for me. I mean, we're bringing freaking 44-year-olds back to the league, so clearly people are pulling from out of nowhere.
I don't know, but maybe they should have tried to sign one of the older guys. Maybe they should have reached out to Dan Fouts or somebody.
Hey, did you get to watch last night's game? Because we're in Saturday football now, which cracks me up.
Oh.
That Bears game was brutal, man. I was shocked that they pulled it off. They were playing horrible the whole game, really.
That one was brutal, but the Philadelphia and the Eagles, Philadelphia and the Commanders game, they had a brawl in that game, bro.
Oh, did they get in a fight?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. That's wild. I mean, Eagles blew them out, so I'm surprised, but
I guess you figure, hey, if we can't win the game, we're gonna win the fight.
So let's jump to our division because, wow, did the refs? I guess technically the refs got it right because I saw a video of this, but the wildest ending I have seen in a game in a long time. Rams Seahawks goes to overtime. Rams score a touchdown.
Right.
Seahawks score a touchdown. Seahawks say, screw this. We're going to go for 2. We're going to go for the win. He throws a pass. Goff throws his pass that's like, not Goff. It's, what's his face? But he throws a pass that looks like it's almost behind him, whatever. And the receiver, running back, drops it. And everybody thinks the game's over. It's a dead ball. The ball just rolls into the end zone, and the Seahawk guy just casually walks over, picks it up, and that's the game because they said it was a forward pass. It was a fumble, and he picked it up in the end zone, so they got the 2-point conversion. What did you think? Do you think it was an accurate call?
No, I don't.
So when I saw it, though, they drew like a line so you could see that it was technically I guess that's what it was, right? So it was a forward pass, so it should have been an incomplete pass.
Right.
They actually, yeah, you're right. So they said it was behind them, and therefore it should have been a fumble. But I don't know, man. These refs are making some horrible calls lately, and that one was wild. And not just that, it is such an impactful call. It's insane because that division, we know, is as close as it's going to get. It's going to come down to the wire. It'll probably come down.
The last game of the season.
It will. It's going to for sure. And you got all 3 teams fighting for the home field advantage and top seed. Yeah. So
can you believe we still have a chance for the top seed?
Pretty insane. It's annoying to me that both those teams are locked into the playoffs and we're not officially locked in yet, which is weird, but it's math for you, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, the fact that the Seahawks are sitting there at 12-3 now is also just a weird thing.
I think if Detroit loses today, then the Niners. I think if Detroit loses today, the Niners, we're in, and the Bears are in.
Yeah. And what's funny is I do not have to try to squeeze into my wife's tiny cowboy gear. You thought there was a chance. I said there was no chance at all. Again, they lose again.
But they look so good today.
I mean, you look great when you're giving up 34 to the Chargers.
No, I was being sarcastic. They look good at all.
So they're 6-8-1. There's no chance they're making the playoffs. So therefore, I was fine. I wasn't too worried at all. To your point that Lions game's important for the Steelers and for the Lions, they're both really fighting for position in their divisions. This Jaguar-Bronco game right now is tied 17-17. That still blows my mind that the Jaguars are playing so good this half of the season, dude.
Well, the teams that really surprised me. One, I told you it was going to happen that before we started.
Patriots.
Yep.
Yeah.
Patriots are rolling. The Broncos, I knew they'd be better, but I did not think they're playing good too.
I didn't think they would be 12-2 at this point. I mean, I know they were playing pretty solid, but that's the thing with these quarterbacks, Nix, May. It's a crapshoot. You don't really know what they're gonna do, and they all just happen to be playing great. They're playing phenomenal this season, which is helping lead their teams to phenomenal records.
Right.
I mean, May's only thrown 7 picks this year. They're playing against the Ravens at home. Well, the Ravens are at home, so it could be a hard one for the Patriots, but the Ravens have been pretty...
They've been up and down.
Yeah, pretty non-existent. I mean, Derrick Henry's always going to give you a hard-fought game. He's going to put in some yardage. He's well over 1,000 yards for the season already.
Of course.
But it's that defense, and you got to have a decent passing game. You got to be able to move the ball down the field when you have to. So,
it's like I said, the teams that should be winning, that you think that you used to seeing win, they don't.
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
I mean, like you said, the Buccaneers when they played us earlier in the year, bro, they looked like they were one of the teams to beat, and they actually, I think they got swept by the Panthers this year. I think they lost both games to the Panthers.
I think they have. Yeah. So the one thing I do want to bring up, because the other team that was like that was the Colts. The Colts came out super hot. They were 7-1
at one point
to start the season. 8-2. They were 8-2 and they lost 4 in a row.
Right.
But at 8-2, I was worried because we've got them in 2 weeks. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be a tough matchup, especially at the end of the season. We're gonna have to be really fighting for them. So, again, they get to the point where they choose to go get a 44-year-old Philip Rivers out of retirement, coaching high school football, to help lead their team. And, dude, he did well. Again, considering a 44-year-old out of football for 4 to 5 years, he did his thing. How the hell are you going to lose and you don't give up a single touchdown? They gave up 6 field goals and you lose. I mean, if that's not like the epitome of just a downward spiral of the season, I don't know what it is. That's painful. My buddy's a Colts fan. He's like, dude, it's just, it's embarrassing. It's sad to see. It's wild.
And you already know if they can't move, he's not he ain't a mobile quarterback anyway.
Yeah.
So, Robert Saleh, here's your key.
Yeah, so he's supposed to start against us tomorrow night. So we'll see what that looks like, but
dial it up.
Dude, I would be blitzing like crazy. That was what surprised me a little bit at the end of that Browns game is I would have been blitzing him like crazy because obviously the line's not that great.
Nope.
You've got, pretty solid defense on your side with Buffalo. And you got a strong secondary over there too. I was surprised they didn't actually put more pressure on Sanders than we saw because they only did it with like a 4-man rush most of the time. But yeah, dude, those Colts, dude, that story, man. I still can't get over. I mean, I'm almost 44, so I couldn't imagine stepping into a NFL game like that with how my body feels. And he looks less healthy than me. He looks a little heavier than me, so
just that'd be bad. Yeah.
I'm sure that ice bath was calling his name. He was straight into that thing.
You probably wish he could have got into it after every play when he got sidelines.
Right. But yeah, so I'm excited to finish out the season. Rooting for our Niners. We've got a Monday night game tomorrow. We got Sunday night next week. I think that last game against Seattle is going to be a big one. So
So I was thinking about something.
yeah,
So Sam Darnold played good last year. Remember Minnesota? They had one of the better records. What happened?
they didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. So Seattle this year, they got one of the best records. Who's their quarterback?
Fair point. Fair point. Different situation, obviously, but that's the thing too, man. Sometimes you can get in the playoffs and just have a horrible game and not do anything. It happens for sure.
All it takes is two bad plays, like Baker today. Dude,
Oh,
did,
dude.
did you see that game?
No, I didn't get to watch that one.
So they were driving down to at least try to tie it up with a field goal. And I'm watching it, so I'm still trying to figure out who Baker was throwing to. So my buddy yeah. He goes, that guy was wide open. I said, yeah, that Carolina Panthers guy was wide open. That's who he threw it to. He threw it right to him. And I'm like, really? I was like, yeah, that's yeah. So he cost him that one.
Well, I will say this. Um, the two teams with the most penalties in a game this entire season are playing today.
Oh, the Falcons and the Cardinals.
Yeah. We'll see which one of them wants to lose this more.
The Cardinals were actually winning.
They're tied now. It's
Oh,
tied
wow.
up, so we'll see how it plays out. But we know them Cardinals, man.
Well, we can tell you how it's gonna play out. No, so I was looking at some of it, and they were showing the shot of the stadium. I've never seen more empty seats in that place in all my, I mean,
Dude.
in all my life.
Dude, Arizona fans are just sick of it at this point. I think they're really just sick of management just not doing enough to make sure they have a team that is winning games. Um, it's tough to watch, and that's the thing too is having a bad team is one thing. Having a bad team that just does stupid things, that's like infuriating, dude. That's just like
That
that's just makes it so much worse.
that was the leading candidate for the blooper reel right there.
Oh, dude. We could literally make one just to the Cardinals. If if the Seahawks and the Rams weren't having a good season, we could do just our division, just to make fun of them. But well, we're third right now, so
Yeah.
but
But hey, we're third, but our record is 10-4.
I know, dude, it's wild. It is
So
a tough division.
it ain't like we have a losing record. And our defense, we've been a walking mass unit all season.
Whew, man. Yeah, we'll see what we can do against the Colts, but I would imagine it's a lot of blitzing, a lot of pressure.
Yeah. So Robert Sala, if he don't get, they should give him an award for coordinator of the year. Dude, the way I mean, it's like, man, it's just
Dude,
like
if let's just say we lose one more game somehow, let's say whatever it is,
we're still gonna make playoffs.
and for him to lose 5 games with that defense, yeah, that's impressive,
Yeah.
very impressive.
Yeah.
Let's jump to basketball. Any surprises with the All-Star voting? Obviously, you got some fan favorites, but we had 2 players get 100, show up on 100% of the ballots, which, that's an impressive feat. I think I don't know why it's Jokic, so everything about him surprises me. I don't know why it still does, but
True.
I am surprised that he has that many fans because he is just such a everyday looking dude, just chill.
And he's not flashy.
No, not flat. I showed you his reaction to his
Right.
horse race win. I mean, this
Who we
guy's
got?
he's in his own world.
You know who could be all star this year?
Who's that?
You already know it. Wimby.
Oh, well, yeah. But for him and SGA, they both showed up on 100% of ballots, so clearly, people love to watch them. And SGA is just like kind of like the youth movement in the league, anyways. So that doesn't
Right.
surprise me at all. What do you think about the Knicks winning the Cup championship?
Dude, that was gonna say Spurs. They look the first 2 games. They look good, man. It's like the Knicks. They kind of like they were tired or something because they went. They got up, and all of a sudden when they got cold. I mean, they when they got cold, they got ice cold, and Nick got hot, and they can never recover.
Yeah, let me ask you. What are your thoughts on the Cup? Do you think it was a good idea? Do you think it makes any difference to fans? Does it make any difference to the players?
Well, the games don't count in their win loss record. Do you know that?
Right. So it's just an extra.
It's like an exhibition.
It's an exhibition tournament style
Right.
inside of the regular season. Is that the best
Right.
way to explain it? I guess.
I mean, it's giving them what if you make it to the finals, that's giving them a lot more games, you know, but they don't count.
Yeah. See, I guess I still don't quite understand the concept. I guess it's your chance for your team to win something, but
Right.
I mean, it's new, so obviously it doesn't matter to most people. I think at this point, maybe after 10 years or so, it'll mean a little bit more. But I don't know. It's weird to me, to be honest. I don't quite get it.
Right.
What do you think? I mean, do you enjoy it? Do you just think it's
Okay. I mean, it ain't something that I watched every night. I
yeah,
did not.
yeah,
But
yeah?
speaking of
I guess the matchups is probably the only thing that could be interesting, right? You could get some very interesting matchups within the brackets that maybe you wouldn't otherwise.
right,
Maybe that's the one caveat to it where I can see like, oh yeah, that's really interesting. Um, if again, that's only assuming you get the matchups you want to see, right?
right. Well,
Uh,
what surprised me last night was I was watching, you know, as I always say, I was watching my Lakers play against the Clippers, who were at the bottom of the West. And by the end of the third quarter, I couldn't watch it no more. Clippers were beating them by 20, and they
yeah, they
just
blew them out pretty bad. Which is an interesting thing to me when LeBron puts up 36 and they get blown out. Like, what does that tell you? It tells me like,
well, Luca tweaked his calf. And then three of their starters. I mean, I will give them this. Three of their starters did not play. They didn't play, so that was, and then you playing with three guys that are, as you know, that they're not the best, but they are in the NBA, so they should be able to play. But I'm saying when you down three starters that had been helping you on your streak, and the Clippers, to them that's their big game every time they play. They want to beat the Lakers because everybody said they
for
are
sure.
the baby brother.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
100% agree with that.
so they're gonna get up more for them than anybody.
I just, again, going back to that LeBron thing, I just think at this point, at your age, how long you been in the league, if you have to put up 36 points and shoot 28 times and you still get blown out, I get it. They didn't have a couple key players, but that just shows that you don't have a squad where you can go deep into the playoffs.
No,
You're not going to win a ring this year. You didn't get much help in the offseason, so like what's the point of playing after this, in my
they,
opinion?
they started off, dude. They started off in the hole.
Well, yeah, they got blown out in the
They
first.
they didn't score for the first 3 minutes and 52 seconds of that game, bro.
So I maybe you saw this. I don't remember what game it was, but some team didn't score for like 8 minutes or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it was something wild. Somebody went on some crazy run. I forget who it was, but I was like, that's pretty awful.
Right.
I mean, that makes me think of
So
like college basketball or something wild.
I know what we have next.
What do we got next?
So, I mean, you was talking about
What's that?
Jake Paul got knocked out.
Okay, so you want to jump over there? Yeah, yeah. So, you know, the, I'm not a fan of Jake Paul or his brother. I will absolutely recognize their ability to convert being YouTube personalities and making just, random content into a whole $1 million industry for both of them, right?
Right, right,
Wrestling, boxing, all kinds of stuff. So kudos to them. I mean, their ability to convert viewership into this entire freaking platform and everything, and for Jake Paul to really kind of look at boxing and try to really reframe what boxing can be, outside of the all the belts and everything.
right.
It's impressive for sure. But I get so sick of just this cocky mentality, talking smack, all this shit. Like, dude, you got shut up. But he was doing it during the fight. Like, he took a couple punches. He's sitting there with his tongue out, like egging the dude on. His brother was on the outside of the ring talking smack the whole time. It's like, dude, okay, you want to fight? Let's fight. And obviously the dude was out. He hasn't boxed for a couple of years. He was a little rusty. This was a good opportunity for him to set up a bigger fight later on. But even then, it looked like he was taking it easy on him, in my mind. Like, he wasn't going too hard. He was, he wasn't pulling his punches or anything, but he just wasn't trying to like knock him out in the first round either.
He didn't fight like the Joshua I've seen fight in the
Right.
past.
Yeah, he's put
So
people down. He's laid into people, but that last punch, man.
oh yeah,
The reaction from Paul, and here's the thing I was actually impressed with. The fact that he had that reaction of just like, oh my God, I just got hit hard. But not like, oh my God, my jaw just got broke in 2 places.
yeah.
He's a pretty tough dude. He can take a punch for sure. But the funny thing to me is it's not going to shut him up.
No.
If anything, it's going to make him louder and more obnoxious.
Because now he says, I don't know, I have to do fact check the research. He said, well, he wants to fight Canelo.
Yes.
No, you don't.
How insane is that? He was saying that with a broken jaw. He was saying that, I think, while he was sitting in the hospital bed before he went in for surgery, that he wants to take on Canelo. Are you
No.
kidding me?
No, you don't.
Bro. Yeah. And it's funny because some of the commentary is just about size and like, hey, there's a reason why they have weight classes. But Paul himself is almost right at heavyweight anyways. And once you get to heavyweight, it's unlimited weight for the most part. So that part doesn't matter too much. But I think he had 30 or 40 pounds on Paul. I mean, several inches for sure. But yeah, I was happy to see him lose. Brutal last punch though. That was a crazy way to break somebody's jaw.
But did you see when he got hit when he went down? Right, the last time he tried to get up.
Yeah. The ref's like, no. Here's what was funny, and here's why I'm glad the fight ended this way, is because the first few rounds, the fans were booing. Paul was like trying to tackle him and kept clinching. And did you see what the ref did? He actually pulled him over. He said, "Hey, the fans didn't come here to watch this crap. Start to box, like start to fight." He actually calls him out in the middle of the fight, dude. How awesome is that?
Right.
Like, that's the kind of ref that they need to have, dude. Somebody who's actually gonna step in and be like, dude, knock this crap off. Get over here and actually fight. Like, what are you doing? So that was impressive.
It's about time. Like I said, people thought, "Oh, Jake Paul, he's pretty good." No, he's not. Fight, like I said, he fought somebody that's not too far removed from still fighting, and he found out. I'm gonna say, you want to find out how good he is, let him fight not these guys who hadn't fought. I mean, no offense to those guys. Fight some guys that are fighting now.
Well, and that's the thing. Here's where I will give him credit for is he's a new boxer. He's been doing this for a couple of years, so in that sense, he's still impressive. It is impressive for his ability to go in there and actually, in a sense, hold his own for several rounds against a real heavyweight champion, right? Not many people could ever do that. But at the same time, it is a far cry from being at the top of boxing and actually fighting against these championship boxers, right?
Right.
So there's a big difference. But the fact that he's still able to do what he has done so far is pretty impressive. I thought, as usual, that some of the undercard fights were amazing.
Always.
You see that girls fight?
No, I didn't see the
Oh, dude, a bloody mess. I was like, oh my. And these are, 120-pound women. I mean, they're not big. And they were putting a beating on each other. And, this one girl's got her eye just cut wide open, blood everywhere.
Wow.
All the fights are pretty serious. Silva beat Woodley. He almost knocked him out cold, too. Woodley was stumbling, man.
I saw that.
I mean, Silva's put on some weight. Yeah, he's put on some weight since his days. But he still beat him, so that was interesting. It'll be interesting to see where Paul goes. There's no way Canelo's going to fight him. I mean, he would have to get a huge paycheck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd watch it though because I think he'd whoop his ass. Your boy Crawford called retirement. He's done.
Yeah, he retired. They said December 16th.
Yeah,
he retired.
I mean,
but I was reading the story. Said he retired. But then they said after he retired, somebody filed a lawsuit against him. He's been sued.
For what?
See, I don't know. I just saw that part. I didn't get into the story. I was like, really? Why?
Well, he'll definitely go down as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters ever.
Of course. Undefeated.
Across multiple weight classes, all the divisions.
Right.
Yeah, all the belts. Insane. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where fighting goes from here. especially with Jake Paul. But yeah, double broken jaw, and still he's still running his mouth.
Not now. They got set his jaw wire shut.
Well, yeah, he's sipping on liquids right now, but his brother will be talking for him. I'm sure he's talking through tweets and stuff like that. So,
Bro, I mean, yeah, he's making a lot of money off these fights.
oh yeah, he's turning the whole thing into a crazy windfall of money and just a business. He's really turned it into a business, which is pretty impressive. So, I don't know. That's all I had for you. I think the NFL season has got our full attention. Your boys are playing on New Year's Eve, so
Yep.
go Buckeyes. I don't think it'll be a hard. I don't think they'll have to fight too hard to win that one. Miami didn't look great. Their defense was solid, but again, if you can only put up 10 points, I don't think
You
you're
gotta
going to do
remember,
much
though,
against Ohio State.
you said the same thing about Indiana.
What did I say about Indiana?
So it won't Ohio State. They'll be an easy.
I don't think I said they'd beat them easily. I just said I think they're going to win.
You said you said it shouldn't be too hard.
I was surprised with Indiana, man. I mean,
Their
I
defense
think
is
they've
good.
surprised everybody this year. To be honest with you, they're having a hell of a season.
So do you think that schools like JMU, Tulane, do you think that they actually? I mean, yeah, they want to include everybody, but they're not even on the same level, bro.
that's my problem with it is I think we're at a point where you have to only, in reality, look at certain conferences.
Right.
Like it should only be about certain conferences. Now, if you want to be like a Notre Dame and not be in a conference, fine, go undefeated and get voted in. Or they should only make it a committee vote in terms of ranking, not automatic bids based off of conference championships.
Right.
Because yeah, dude, I mean, you're gonna have that. We've had it pretty much every freaking season at some point. Even when Boise State went undefeated years ago, and they were beating up everybody, they looked amazing. As soon as they got into the game with the big boys, they got destroyed. And people actually thought they were gonna be able to put up a fight, and they still got defeated pretty hard. So. Yeah, I think they got to make that change. I think at this point, you just got to give it over to the committee to rank the teams and not worry about those conference champions. Because those smaller conferences, it's just, you can't compete. I mean, there's a reason why. So,
I mean, they are Division I schools. I get that, but you're not at the Alabama, Oregon, Ohio State. You ain't nowhere near that level.
well, here's the problem with Division One. That just tells me overall your college wants to compete at this level, but not necessarily that sport either, right? So they might be a huge, I mean, I don't know about like a Tulane or something, but they might be a huge basketball team. They want to compete at the D1 level, but it doesn't mean their football team is going to be able to compete, right?
Right.
I will ask you this, since, I'm an ASU guy. Did you hear what Dillingham did? Well, first of all, he got a new 5-year contract, so he's locked in for a while. He's getting paid bank, but did you see what he said at the news conference? Man, you want us to compete? Somebody's got to somebody out there. I know they're out there somewhere. You just got to write us a $20 million check. Like, come on, man, we're in Phoenix, Arizona. Like, I know you're out there. There's somebody's able to just write us a $20 million check and we can compete.
I mean, that's the thing.
It's just like, man, he's not wrong. It's just funny to hear, and he was just so serious about it. Like, hey, man, there's a lot of rich people, a lot of rich alumni people. Like, write us a check so we can pay these damn players, get them over here, and we can compete. Because that's exactly where we're at this point.
I mean, it is. And it's sad, man. It is. It's like college football is not the same football anymore.
Well, yeah, because now it mirrors the pros, where you have like a Dodger team who can just pay whoever they want.
Yeah,
and they get the best players.
So they said that although I heard that said don't know 100% fact. He was talking about that the quarterback for Michigan. That he's unfollowed them on social media.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. If I was a player anywhere within that organization, I'm gone. I wouldn't even want to be associated with him at this point. Like, And here's the thing, dude. The guy was with the team for like 8 years, right? So, I mean, his character hasn't just randomly changed. He hasn't been a brand new hire. And they've had controversy after controversy for at least the last 5 years. I mean,
Yep.
not just football, but you look at
Basketball.
basketball with Howard, all kinds of problems. Like, and I hate to bring this up, but I'm pretty sure Larry Nasser was a Michigan guy, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, no, Michigan State.
Oh,
He went-
okay, he was MSU. All right, I was like,
yeah.
God, but Michigan again, still. But yeah, Michigan's been just dealt with all kinds of issues the last several years across all kinds of sports, and it all comes down from their freaking athletic director. Like this guy clearly just does not know how to manage his people and hold them accountable. So, if I was a parent and a kid, I would get me out of there, man.
I don't know what I want. So that one kid that Ohio State got, uh, did you hear about? He signed with Tennessee initially, but what I was reading was that his mom and his brother, he was forced to sign with Tennessee because he was 17. So he told him, he said, once I turned 18, I'm leaving, and because he said he's always going to play with Ohio State, all his football.
And his
And so,
mom wouldn't let him.
oh, his mom and his they said they were saying his mom and his brother.
Wow,
And so now
that's pretty
he'll
wild.
be he'll be 18 this coming week, and guess where he's going?
Wow.
Yeah, because Tennessee said that they would let him out of his letter of intent.
That's crazy. I mean, it's funny when somebody tells you something and you don't believe them. Like I'm gonna turn 18, I'm gonna go where I want, but you still you still make him do something you know he's
Right.
gonna retract afterward anyways.
I mean, the thing of it is, you okay? Excuse me. Why would you want to force your son to do something like that? And the thing of it is, what he's already saying, when I become of age, I'm going to leave.
Right. That's so weird to me.
Then you get to the point where, hey, you know what? I don't want to play anymore. If you're going to force me to go where I don't want to go, then you know.
For sure, dude. I'll bring this up just since you actually brought it up to me the other day, but WNBA strongly considering going on strike if they don't get a lot of things I think changed in the collective bargaining agreement to
Right.
create a better atmosphere for their players, more money. I encourage people to stand up for what they believe in. I just think at some point you also need to have a reality check. Do you or just at least ask yourself, do you have a product that enough people want to see where going on strike is actually going to be productive?
I don't know. I mean, you would hope, but I think it might. I think it might hurt him.
It'll be interesting. I mean, if they get something out of it, then great. I definitely think they should get paid more, not in terms of, you know, their talent or anything, but I just think in terms of profit sharing, I think they should get more money from what the league is getting because the league's profits have gone up a ton
Right.
in the last really 2 years, even. And with this whole new media contract, they're going to be getting a lot more money. So, yeah, I think that they definitely should make more money, but not if you're. I think the other problem is people keep trying to compare them to the NBA, which is just absurd.
They're not going to be there. I
Like, if
mean, they're not.
anything, I would think they would say, hey, look at these college kids making more NIL money than me as a professional basketball. That's what I think they should compare it to, because that to me
Right.
is more a better comparison. You can't compare them to the NBA. It makes no sense.
So if you think about things colleges, how do you think that how do you think the NIL money should work? I mean,
I mean, like, should they keep it the way it's working now, where you can just get paid for being a big star and
right.
there's no cap or anything?
But you think about something, you got people that are stars, right? Like, quarterback, wide receivers, running back. Ask you this. How many of the linemen are getting big deals like that?
Well, that's a problem with. well, even before this, like, okay, Heisman's a perfect example. We talked about MVP. Like,
Right.
MVP in the NFL is always going to go to a quarterback.
Right.
There are just certain positions that people gravitate toward, think it's the most important position. It's, going to have the best player, whatever it is. Um, that is just the nature of the business, unfortunately. So yeah, you're not going to get very many people that are not in those types of roles getting paid in college now, like an NIL, unless I will say this one opportunity that people have with NIL that they never would have before this is volleyball players, tennis players, players in non-traditional top three sports actually getting paid because they're a personality, they have a social media presence, they are leveraging their looks, their personality. So from that perspective, I think it's great because they would never have that opportunity now. It's always going to be
Right.
football players, basketball players, whatever. Now you've got a bunch of, athletes across different sports, most of them being female because they are tapping into the social media aspect of things. And they're probably leveraging, their marketing ability. So how they market to the crowd. So from that sense, I think it's great. I just, yeah, you have such a small percentage of kids
Right.
actually getting any advantage for the NIL at all, for sure.
I mean, it's like I said, because you got the linemen, the offense. They're the ones protecting, get a quarterback time to get you the ball or hand it blocking for you. But I don't never hear about. I'm saying the linemen getting these big, giant, huge deals. I'm saying as old friend Keith Jackson, the old commentator from back in the day, he used to call them the big uglies up front. The buffet busters.
That's
They're not.
that's
They're
always
not.
how it's been, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I
yeah.
would
We.
what I could see them doing, which not that they would, but it would actually help what you're kind of speaking to is have a minimum.
Yeah.
Like everybody on the starting whatever it is squad gets at least a minimum amount of this money if you're going to pay this star player this much, right?
Right.
Because same thing for basketball. You can't have a Cooper Flag. He's not going to win every game by himself. You still got
Right.
four other guys out there with you that have to contribute for you to have the game you want
Right.
to have. So from that perspective, they should have something in place that says like, hey, if we're paying this superstar, we need to also help his teammates, at least the starting squad, right? Obviously, the whole team would be great, but if you're looking at a football team, that's a lot of players. Um, but yeah, I mean, if they're a quarterback, yeah, make sure that the linemen have some money. Make sure the running backs, wide receivers, if they are not already getting paid, have something.
Right.
That to me would make a lot more sense in terms of just you know helping these college kids out.
I mean, it does to me too because, like I said, you got even no defense. Them guys, they're in the battle. But they're battling out too. I mean, you may hear, maybe some of the defensive linemen may get a decent deal, but it's like they're the ones who putting up the most fight in offense, defensive linemen. But then, yeah, of course, you got the star, like I said, wide receivers, which that's all well and good, but then like they're not getting rewarded. I feel like they're just due unless you have a star wide receiver or somebody, come in and kick in for them. I mean, I think do it if you're gonna do it that way. Like you said, put that cap out there, but take care of the guy, take care of those guys too.
Yeah, 100% agree. So, since we're kind of speaking on that and how defenders don't get any love, we can kind of finish on MVP race for the NFL. Dude, I know Stafford. I mean, God, dude just threw over 400 yards, still lost. I think he's only the fifth player in modern history to throw for over 400 yards, have three touchdowns, no picks, and lose a game, which is insane. But it's going to be him, and in my mind, Myles Garrett, dude. Myles Garrett got a half a sack today. He's at 22. I mean, dude, if he gets a couple more, if he gets 25 or more, he, I don't think they will, but they have to give him the
Something,
MVP. He's
yeah,
got to be MVP, man. Like, you can throw the ball all day, every day, right?
right,
Like, you could throw it 50 times a game. To get this many sacks is you don't have anybody else really helping you. This is you doing the work. This is you fighting double teams. This is you, I mean, just hustling, man. I mean, never giving up on plays too. Like a lot of the ones he gets knocked over, blocked 3 times before he actually gets to the quarterback. I really hope that he gets several more sacks, breaks the record, and he gets MVP. I just think it would be
Well, I mean,
amazing.
Defensive Player of the Year, that's his right now.
Yeah, but MVP, man, I want to see him get it. And with Stafford doing what he's doing, it'll be hard to, but yeah, it would be an awesome accomplishment for sure.
I mean, yeah, he won't get it. I doubt it. I mean, I seriously doubt he'll get it because, like you said, the numbers that Stafford's putting up is crazy.
But he's not breaking any records. That's the other thing, right? So let's just say he gets 3 more sacks. In perspective, he's shattering the record. I mean, that's like shattering the record right there. That's
But you can say that, but think about this. It took him the season is the season they play more games now than they did when the record was actually set.
fair. But we also saw how Strahan got his last sack.
Well, yeah.
I-
Favre did everything but jump into his arms.
True story. But at least TJ Watt shares it with him, which is pretty impressive. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what he ends up with. If he ends up with more than 25,
Right.
dude, that's incredible. That's an
Well,
incredible season.
He's got 2 games to do it.
Yeah. I didn't see who they're playing, but we know that they're going to be behind. Actually, that's probably the challenge too, right? If they're behind too fast, he won't be able to get any sacks because the other team will be running the ball the whole time. But well, you know what I mean? Like he won't even have the opportunity to.
Right.
Let's see, who are they playing the last few games? They got Steelers and Bengals. Yeah, dude, opportunities there for sure. I definitely think he has a chance to do it. So,
Well, you against Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
well, yeah, and the Bengals, I don't even know who is he.
They look good. They put up 45 today. They won
Yeah, so they're throwing the ball fine.
because Joe Burrow was back.
So he is back. Okay. Yeah, he's not the easiest one to sack either, but we'll see.
He gets rid of the ball quick.
But he loves to throw. They love to
Yeah.
throw the ball, so we'll see. All right, man. Well, we'll leave everybody with this. Happy holidays, happy New Year. Thank you for spending the year with us. Thanks for listening. We continue to look for new ways to engage our fans, bring in different talent, different guests. Take advantage of the technology we have, add some more content, all those things. So I've had a blast, Vic. Obviously, I wish you and your family an amazing holiday as well. Enjoy the time off. Enjoy the time with your family.
How did your wife like the gift?
Oh God, she loved it. My mom was here too. She's like, "Oh my God, these are incredible." So yes, thank your wife for sure because they were very impressed. They really enjoyed it.
On your sentiments, I will say this. Yes, we do appreciate all the support, everything we've gotten. Like I said, when we started this thing, we didn't know how far we were going to go. We ended up getting 3 awards in the end, and I think that's 3. I think we'll probably have more to come as we get the content out there. It is, holiday season, so I want to wish from me and mine to all the listeners out there. You guys have a fantastic and joyous holiday. Stay safe and be careful going into the new year. Out there drinking, don't drink too much. If you want to drink too much, then you know what? Get an Uber, drive safe, and be safe and take care of your family. And hopefully, like I said, we see and get a chance to come back next year, make this thing bigger. And we say our goal next year, more subscribers, bigger audience, and leave comments. Please, by far, give us more comments. And I'm going to say this. So this was put in my ear about we should do probably maybe more of we did the who's the GOAT for basketball.
Oh yeah.
So it was brought to my attention that we should do maybe baseball. But hold on, say it like this: different categories. Baseball, it'd be players only, not the pitchers. Don't include the pitchers. And they'd have a different category for pitchers. Because in baseball, it ain't fair to put a pitcher in there with a batter. So that's some famous thing we can do going forward. Me and Dustin will kick around some ideas, let you guys know what's going on. But I'm saying, I really do appreciate you, Dustin, a lot. You know, I'll say Merry Christmas to you and your family. And you guys, you know, like I said, it's been fantastic doing this. And I hope as we go further, things continue to grow.
Couldn't have said it better. Absolutely. I think it's a great way for us to start next year is talk about those goats, because it's always, that drives conversation. That's an easy one to get some engagement with. So.
Oh yeah, always.
So yeah, so until next year, shots from the foul line. Have a wonderful new year and see you then.
See you 26.